Welcome back to the channel. This is the EOS Network, and today we're going to do a review on the JBL Live 460 NC. So for those that are already familiar with the channel, welcome back. And for the new viewers, well, like, subscribe so we can talk about all types of tech in the comment section. But without further ado, let me put in this drop so we can hop right into this video. First things first, let's talk about the price for this particular headset as I unbox it. Normally these headphones are $129, I believe. Yep, that's the regular price. But they are currently on sale at quite a few outlets. Personally, I got mine at Burlington Coat Factory for $64.99. But if you go to Walmart.com, Best Buy, and even the JBL website, you can actually get about $65, $70 off for the headset, which brings it down to that $64.99 price tag that we just talked about. All right, so first things first, as soon as you open up this headset, this is how the setup is. What we're going to do is show you everything that comes with it. You have your USB-C to USB-A charger. Not too long, not too short. With these types of cords, you normally just use these to hook it up to your computer, or just for travel if you need to plug something into a wall or into a computer outlet. You don't need a 10-foot cord just to charge up a headset. Also, you do have the option between Bluetooth, of course, and also having this connected to a 3.5 headphone jack. What that does is you're allowed to use the headset without battery life. But just remember, guys, you won't be able to use the actual controls, meaning the volume controls on the headset itself. You won't be able to use the ANC unless the headset is powered on. So just keep that in mind. Right here, you have the headset itself. Let me pull it. I want to break that. Get this guy out of the case. Oh, this guy is really in there. Anywho, here we are. Now, let's put this to the side and just check what comes well with it. Underneath this should be the books. So here are your books right here. Let me pop that open so you can take a look. Show you startup guide, how to turn on the headset, blah, 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 all your books. We'll take a look at this a little bit later, or more so, we'll look at the app and other things that this supports. More importantly, this is the experience of actually seeing how the headset looks. So first things first, what I will say is that this does have a plastic design. When you actually pull, I like that. I like the feel of that. I know it sounds simple and silly what I just did, but a lot of these headphones tend to have difficulty actually adjusting themselves, where sometimes they get stuck. One side might be a little bit damaged sometimes, or a lot of these manufacturers don't take into account that you're going to slide this up and down probably every single day. And over time, they do get stuck if you have a cheap headset. Now, granted that the sliders right here, I don't know the exact name for it, is metal. So for those that are looking for a product that won't just snap or bend under pressure, this is actually very nice. This part is metal right here. The headset itself is plastic. What you have here, let's make sure I have the right side. This is the right side. This is the left side. The charger port is on the left side. And when you charge this headset up, this little light right here will actually indicate that your headset is charging. It will turn red. This is your power button. So if you switch this on, your power button will come on. Volume down, volume up, pause and play or answer phone calls. Over here, you have your Bluetooth button. A lot of times, certain headsets need to be put in a sync mode where you're actually able to sync it with the new headset. Though I will say with this, all I had to do was just hit the power button on, and I didn't have to go through that process because I'm using an Android device. And if you're signed into any type of Google device, what'll end up happening is the headset will find it. It'll actually sync to your email, and you can sync your headset that way also. So there are multiple ways you can sync your headset without actually going to Bluetooth. But make sure your Bluetooth is currently on. And I have to talk about this button in a little bit, but right now this is just the unboxing. Now, this is the part that matters. When it comes to the fabric, what I will say is that this entire headset has a nice feel of the fabric to it going around the band for comfort, but there is minimal cushion inside of this. Most headphones have a lot of cushion in this area right here, since you'll be wearing the headset for long periods of time. But unfortunately, this one doesn't have that, but it does still have a nice mesh netting quality that's actually really, really good. And of course, your headphones could turn sideways if you need to fit them back into the box for any reason, or just make them smaller, make it easier to carry around. Now, the one issue, what I will say, because remember, even though this is unboxing, I have already used these headphones. I did all my usual tests like I normally do. And the one issue that I did have, and it's not a huge issue, but most headphones, how do I word this? Here we go. Most headphones have bigger cushions. And what happens with bigger and softer cushions, these aren't extremely plush. And when you push them in, they do revert back to their regular form because it doesn't really have any foam inside of it, which isn't a bad thing. The problem is that these are very small ear tips. So when you put these over your head, what you have to remember is most headphones that have bigger cuffs fit completely around your ear and give you that more of that immersive experience where you can't hear a lot of things around you. But these aren't meant for your ears to fit inside. It's meant for your ears to fit on the outside. So if you're a person wearing glasses, just be aware of the fact that you're probably going to have an issue where these are pressing on your glasses, primarily because of how small the cuffs are and how they have to sit on your face for the ANC to actually work on the headset. And yes, these do have ANC. So realistically, if you're looking at the design, I think they're pretty good. They feel good for the most part. When I take my glasses off, they feel great. So just be aware if you're a glasses user that you might want to not buy these headphones because they will press against the side of your head depending on how thick the glasses are that you're wearing. That's about it for the design. Honestly, I'm going to say a couple more things, but I don't want this design part of the video to run on for 10 minutes. So let's just hop right into the next topic. So we're at the part of the video where this is actually the most important part outside of comfort and fit: sound quality and battery life. What will you get with this headset? Surprisingly, now I've had many headphones in the past, and normally mine lasts between 20 to 40 hours normally. But what I will say is that this headset with ANC on will give you a battery life of 40 hours, and with ANC off will give you a battery life of 50 hours. Not bad for a headset. I believe it takes about 2 hours to completely charge. And if you do a 10-minute charge, I believe you get about 4 hours of extra battery life. Let me just double check and verify that. Just give you that. Yep, 10 hours gives you 4 hours of battery life. ANC on, 40 hours. ANC off, 50 hours. Either way, whether you have ANC on or ANC off, you have a decent battery life, and these will last you for quite some time. Bluetooth 5.0. Perfectly fine. These are the 460s. There are newer headsets out there, but you have to remember that this particular headset is actually on sale right now for $64.99. And given the price, I can say it's definitely worth a buy, but we'll still get to that section anyway. So a couple more features that this thing has is perfect stereo calls. Sounds really good. It does have auto pause, auto play. Now what that is, if you put these on your head, I'm all over the place. If you put these on your head, what will happen is it will automatically connect. If you take them off your head, they will disconnect. If you move the earbud around while on your head, sometimes that does affect the audio where it might pause the song for you because the headset knows it's being moved around. So it could be a little annoying at times where you just want to adjust the headset and it might accidentally pause the music for you, thinking that you're actually removing the headset. But it's not a big thing. It's actually a really cool feature. I'm surprised that a headset around this price point actually has that. But then again, it is JBL. And what I have noticed is that they do a really good job of their headsets. Over-the-head headsets are normally much better than their earbuds. But, you know, they're coming up on both categories, to be honest with you. Also, we have the ambient talking, which really just help and talk through technology, all over the place. So if you ever had a JBL product, when you have ANC, it's another word. It's a combination of things, more so, but it's more so, I forget what that feature is called, ambient sound, where when you're talking to someone, what the headset does is it allows certain voices to come through to the headset louder than the background itself. So it is some really cool technology that you can use, which it does have app support, which allows you to toggle not only the ANC on, but some other features like sound profiles, which we will go through that also. But let me go ahead and talk to you about the actual quality of the music. Let me tell you something. For headphones that have these small little cuffs that fit not even around your entire ear, first off, the ANC isn't bad on this. I was very, very surprised. I would say it cuts about About 40, no, 40 to 50% of the noise that's around you. Now, when I give you that percentage, it's not that that's a bad percentage. What it means that if I'm on a train, what I noticed that it covers a lot more heavier noise, a lot of heavy noise. So things like train tracks, cars going past, I didn't really hear that. When it came to conversations that people were having while playing music, I didn't hear a thing. Without playing music, I did hear them, but it sounded like a distant, light conversation that someone was having. So the ANC on these, surprisingly, with these small ear cuffs that don't even fit completely around your ear, it works very, very well. That was very surprising. If we're talking about sound and music, just the quality, you can hear everything: highs, lows, mids. Now, granted, I'm no audiophile, and I'm not one of those people where I can break down exactly the high, the mid, and how great they sound. But even coming from an amateur like myself, when it comes to that type of signature sound review, these things have some power to them. The only downside, like I said before, is that the ear cuff is pretty small. But like JBL makes headphones, bigger headphones with bigger cuffs for those that need it, and they make smaller ones for those that necessarily don't need it. So, you take that as is, and again, it's on sale, and it makes an awesome holiday gift for those, or even for yourself. It's really, really good. When I was on a train, what I will say is, actually, let's finish the sound, then I'll say another thing about the fit of the headset itself. The sounds had nice bass, beautiful bass actually. The no distortion as I turned the music up and down. I had no issues whatsoever with that. I can't say that the music came out the way the artist intended. That depends on the instruments they use and the sound profiles they use. But this did a very good job, not only with rap music, with rock. I listened to some My Hero Academia. I have a lot of different soundtracks, different things, Doom Eternal. I just did different genres of music. And I can honestly say that this succeeded and did well in all those genres. Like I didn't have to really adjust the headset that too often. And well, this is the part that actually where the fit comes in. I did notice that when the train was moving faster, the headset did jump a little bit up and down on my head. So I did have to adjust it accordingly so it wouldn't move. And in addition to that, when it jumped, it did make these like weird noises where, I guess basically when you move headphones around, they rub against your ear and it does affect the sound profile, which also activated the whole over the head pause feature where it has in-ear, I call it in-ear detection. So, other than that, these headphones were super good. They work super well in that category. I have nothing bad to say about the sound whatsoever. And if you're a person that's on this channel, you know how critical that I can be when it comes to headphone sound. These things are really, really good. Are they 130 good, original? I mean, if we're talking about the sound, I would say yes. But the fact that they're $64.99, oh my gosh, definitely pick yourself up a pair of these. I'm going to give them to someone for a Christmas gift because I have so many headphones. It's not even funny. But let's go into the next category. I'm getting a little too excited, and I don't want to make this video 40 minutes. So this is the application that I was talking about when it comes to the JBL Live 460NC. You do have the option to connect these to Alexa when you first start up the app or Google Assistant, but I did just skip that just to show you what that actual button that we talked about earlier in the unboxing, what it does. It's ambient sound control. It does give you options. Let me turn that on for you right now. So it does sound a little bit differently now that I'm talking. So you have the option between ambient aware. So it allows you to, that's basically ambient sound, and talk through. So what talk through does is it allows you to say you're in an area outside with traffic or just in an area that has general sound. It'll adjust the headset so it focuses more on your voice rather than everybody else around you. So it's a really cool feature that JBL has on their headsets. I really suggest that everyone uses, especially if you're in an area where there's a lot of sound. You don't necessarily want to have to run into well, this happens actually, let me restart that over. This happens sometimes where you're outside and someone says, I can't hear you. This feature will actually help mellow the noises around you, where it's actually much, much easier for people to hear you, especially if you're on an important phone call, you weren't expecting certain things to happen. Sometimes emergencies happen, and you don't want to necessarily have to take your headset off and talk into the phone with the regular speaker. So this is a really cool feature. So let me go ahead and put my ANC back on because that's one of the features that I love. You also have smart audio, smart video, which it helps in video mode. It helps sync the video and audio better so that the mouths and the lips actually help out. They sync up. That's the word I meant to use. That normally happens on YouTube, where sometimes you might be in a video and the lips aren't matching up with the video. You might have to turn your headset off, turn it back on with other Bluetooths. This will actually solve that problem for you. So the app is pretty good. Of course, the app is 100% free. It'll let you know what your battery life is. Personally, since I've been using these, they've been fully charged. I'm at 70%. I probably won't even charge these things for another week. But like I was saying before, awesome headset. You also have the option to actually customize your own EQ. So you can tap on the plus to do my own EQ, or I can use this over here to actually just change up what it is that I want. Personally, I just kind of leave it alone, or sometimes I might do my own private EQ. But for the most part, when it comes to headsets, I just leave it alone for the most part, because that basic setting. And again, some people are going to disagree with this, but that's fine. With that basic setting, it does a pretty good job all the way around of just kind of making all the type of music that I listen to sound pretty good on a level plane. Now, granted, most of my songs I don't stream. I download and I own my own music. So I have categories. So depending if I'm doing rock, I change my EQ. If I'm doing rap, I'll change the EQ for that. So again, you do have options to change those things around. This headset can also do updates and let you know what your firmware, so you will stay up to date. When it comes to auto off, personally, I don't do that. So if you're using a headset and it's idled, what idle means for people that don't know is that if you're using a headset, you're just wearing it around your neck, or if you're wearing it over your head, no sound is coming out, no phone calls or anything, the headset will automatically power itself off just to save battery. Granted, because it has a 50-hour battery life with ANC on and a 40-hour battery all over the place, 40-hour battery life with ANC off. I'm sorry, 40 on, 50 with off. Remember, you can walk around with this headset with ANC on without listening to anything if you just want to lower the voices around you. So this is the part where it says pause and play. That's when if you take the headset off of your head, it'll pause it. If you put it back on, it'll play whatever it is that you're playing. Granted that your phone is still unlocked and you're in your media player or your YouTube or whatever it is that you're looking at. If your phone does lock over time and you put the headset back on, that feature won't kick in, which makes sense because your phone's already locked on standby. Voice assistant, like I've shown you before, you do have the option between Google Assistant and Alexa, whatever one that you want to use. Personally, I don't use either because since this is an overhead headset, most of the time I'm using smaller earbuds. I don't really need that feature. Since I travel public transportation, I'm not going to use Alexa or anything like that. But for those that are sitting in the quiet area in their room, you're more interactive with your headset. It's actually a pretty cool feature to have. So with that being said, this is the little section that pretty much shows you the app support. Again, it's 100% free for the app. You don't have to register for anything. As soon as you sign into the app, it'll recognize whatever device that's currently connected, and then you can move on from there with the customization. Going to be totally honest with you in this section, like I normally am with when it comes to verdicts and headphones and what to buy. This is the part of the video where I'm not going to re-record anything. I'm just going to talk to you like I'm looking you in the face. For $64.99 on sale, these headphones are, granted that you like the headphone design with the smaller ear cuffs, as long as you don't have an issue with this. For me, the only issue was that these headphones are a little small in terms of cuff. I like the ones that completely cup around your ear for maximum comfort, but even with those, they tend to make you sweat a lot, especially when whether it's leather or whatever that material that goes around your ear. With this particular headset, I personally can't wear it for long periods of time, about an hour, hour and a half before it started hurting my head, because again, I wear glasses. When I take my glasses off, I don't have an issue whatsoever, but because I do wear glasses, I can't wear these for long periods of time. So if you're a person with glasses, these might not be for you. But if we're just talking about sound alone, the build quality, the battery life, how well the ANC works, the fact that it has Alexa support, Google support, these headphones are good. I cannot say not to buy these. These are good. If you're shopping, doing holiday shopping, again, you're going to come across a lot of headsets that are $99, $100, $200 and higher. And it could be overwhelming to pick something because a lot of these headsets are either extremely expensive, or even if they are expensive and it's in your budget, you may not know necessarily what name brand to get. Now, when it comes to JBL headphones, over-the-head headphones like these that you see right here, I always suggest them because they do a super amazing job of making them work very, very well. But on the other hand, if you're looking at their earbuds, that's an entirely different story. They're a little bit behind on the earbud category. I would say just do some thorough research. I'll try to get some headsets for you guys to show you how well they work, but they're a little bit behind when it comes to Anchor and certain brands. But they're over-the-head headphones. Let me tell you something. Even at $129, I would have said $99 is definitely worth it. I don't know about $129 for over-the-head. That kind of brings you into the whole earbud category, and I prefer earbuds over the head any day. These are more so for me when I'm sitting in front of a computer or just watching a movie laying in bed. Actually, when I'm watching a movie laying in bed, I have earbuds in too, so I can't even say that. But for those that just like the over the head, this is a major buy. Yes, do it. Buy these $64.99. If you see them at Ross, absolutely, you'll love them. And if you don't, remember, hold on to the receipt. You're allowed to take things back. But if we're just talking about sound quality, the signature, what it can do, the battery life, it has all those features. I like this headset. I don't know if it sounds like I'm excited or not, but I really, really, really like this headset. I just wish that the cuffs themselves right here, as you can see, were just a little bit bigger and just fit around my ear. But other than that, it's not like they don't make other headsets that accommodate people like me that wear glasses. They do. So it's not an issue. But if you, again, it's a holiday season coming up. People love headphones. You want to put this in a stocking stuffer for someone. You want to get it for yourself. It's good. I even use these with FL Studio just to make some music. I'm not a professional, but I just do it for fun. Let me just put that disclaimer right now. And it sounds great. It actually did a really good job of just bringing out exactly how I want it to sound to be, especially if I put it in the car speaker. It sounds great. I love these headphones. I just don't like the size of the cuff, but I love these headphones. Also, one last thing that I wanted to talk about that I said I need to get back to, it was this little button right here. So when you saw inside the app, remember, well, you can't see it right now, but it's that adaptive button that we were talking about where it allows you to change the sound profile of if you're talking to someone and you need it to be a little bit more clearer. That's that little button. As long as you have the sound profile picked in the application itself, if you tap that button, it will switch between it and allow you to basically allow the person to hear you better. But anyway, that is the video. For the price, $64.99, absolutely is a major yes. If you find these for $129, I'm going to say no on the simple fact that there are newer headphones out there from JBL in that price range, or other companies for that matter, that will beat these out if we're just talking about if we're going up to the higher price territory. But for $64.99, oh my gosh, like when I first purchased these, I was a little skeptical of over-the-head headphones. I've always been an earbud guy, but these are definitely the way to go if you want that beautiful, amazing sound without having to spend $500 and something on some AirPods. But anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. Again, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And let's talk about it in the comment section. If there's something that you wanted me to try out or something that I forgot in the video, let me know. We'll talk about it, and I'll do any necessary test features that you want to hear about, and we'll go from there.